There's a lyric by a minimally world-famous band called the Rolling Stones that says, "You can't always get what you want, but if you try sometimes, you just might find you get what you need." And while I have many reasons to learn Japanese, in this issue of
GOベスト
I'd like to introduce you to a few games that I need. Sadly, all but one have not been localized to the West. 行きましょうか?
健全なる魂は
I bet most of you didn't even know this Shonen Gangan, later Studio Bones animated instant classic, even had video game companions, but Battle Resonance is the one that matters most when it comes to things we just didn't get. The Namco Bandai published property was released on PlayStation 2 and PSP, January 29th, 2009. Out of the box, you have the fighting game standards, adventure, versus, team battle, and arcade modes. 15 character slots filled with your favorite Meister Academy students, teachers, and supporting cast scuffling in all the familiar locations. All the toppings are here, special moves and supers in the form of Final Soul resonances. There's no clear reason as to why it was never localized, likely due to popularity or licensing issues, but with the legacy Soul Eater has left, it's sad we never got this one, and it's safe to say we never will. Tobal 2, the splendid sequel to Tobal No. 1, had a planned North America release of March 7th, 1998, but it never made it to PS1 consoles in the States because Tobal No. 1 didn't sell well enough in the European colonies for then single Square, now married Square Enix. Meanwhile, Tobal 2 did gangbusters in Japan, releasing on April 25th, 1997, then seeing a re-release Q1 2007. On the vain assumption that Tobal No. 1 only moved off of US and European shelves because of the Final Fantasy VII sampler CD, which they might have been right, Square gave us Westerners the untested
Air Guys
because it had Cloud and Tifa in it, which was also enjoyable, I guess, but it wasn't Tobal 2. The game's characters were designed by Akira friggin' Toriyama. It ran 60 frames per second. The 3D graphics and animations of its predecessor nicely improved upon. They upgraded the combo system too. Tobal 2 had up to 200 unlockable characters, one of which being a chocobo. These acquired through the quest mode, which played like a dungeon crawling kung fu Pokemon, where you get to beat up the Pokemon. To this day, the game holds critical acclaim. Here's to hoping we see this innovative classic on PlayStation Now, or something in the West sometime soon. While most games from the Mega Drive Sega Genesis 16-bit days aged like milk, Yu Yu Hakusho Makyo Toitsusen has aged like fine wine, which I assume is good because I don't drink wine, nor did this game's cartridges bless Western shores, though it was developed with foreign markets in mind. All of our favorite Afterlife heroes are here: Kurama, Yusuke, the Croissant Head Guy, Hiei, the Terminator, all of them. Their character voices by the anime cast digitized for supernatural tournament authenticity, and we got none of it. Well, Brazil got an iteration of it titled Yu Yu Hakusho Sunset Fighters, and there, like I'm sure it would have been here in the Northwestern Hemisphere, the game is praised as a classic. Brazil? Parabéns. The game boasts 11 2D playable characters, up to 4 players, dueling on dual demon planes. No story, no time limit. You can go in battle royale or tag team, floating your combo counter hit as points slip away. All of these game mechanics would come in handy for Treasure, who developed the game, as they work on their next gem, Guardian Heroes. The next one, localized. I just want a sequel. It belongs exclusively to Nintendo as it was designed for the Wii, which was its first mistake, even though I've seen it in arcades. I guess the other issue was that folks of the West didn't know what a Tatsunoko was in a Tatsunoko vs. Capcom Ultimate All-Stars title. That wouldn't have been an issue. Nobody knows where everybody from Super Smash Bros. Is from. For those who don't know, Tatsunoko Productions is a Japanese animation company founded in 1962. They produce many classics, among them Cash Earn, Gatchaman, Karas, and Speed Racer. Stay woke. Released December 2008, Tatsunoko vs. Capcom, the 7th to smoke in Capcom's Versus series, plays kinda like easy mode Marvel vs. Capcom. A 26 fully 3D rendered playable character roster. 2v2 tag battles light up the screen with dynamic signature super moves from both dimensions. While the game met with great reception and its producers flirted with the idea of a potential multi-platform sequel, the licensing relationship between Capcom and Tatsunoko eventually fizzled out, which means any foreseeable potential future for this series is null and void. Man, did you know Cowboy Bebop had a video game? Well, there were a couple, but the one I'm talking about was released in 2005 on PlayStation 2, developed by Ben Presto. Cowboy Bebop Tsuyoku no Yakyoku, or The Serenade of Reminiscence, if you want to try less. This single-player experience offers a variety of game modes taking place along an original storyline in the Hajime Yatate created universe, following our favorite residents of the fishing ship Bebop. Kick people, solve a puzzle or two, shoot some real folk in the face, be treated to a cinematic experience. I mean, yeah, some critics might call the game bad or boring, using hurtful words like horrible shooting system, but you get to play as Spike, Wander the Bebop, the soundtrack is by Yoko Kanno. Y'all so ungrateful. If you get your hands on it, better hope it's all subbed because this one never got localized. It's like the dream that happens after Spike falls out. You know what I'm talking about. Bang. Well, there are some fantastic Japanese games most of you will never get your fingers on. Any games mentioned here you wish you could play? What about the ones I missed? Let me know in the comments below. Subscribe and hit that bell as there's more coming, and surely this hasn't quenched your thirst for that otaku life, so don't be shy and head on over to OTAQUEST.com to partake in our Japanese pop culture well of information. I'm Nerdsworth, and until next time, jamatane.